In this video, I want to talk a little bit about sensory rooms. The definition of a sensory room is a special room designed to develop a person's sense, usually through special lighting, music, and objects. Now, a sensory room can be used by both children and adults and can be brilliant for coping with stress or overwhelm or managing emotions. And in a sensory room, you can also use them for raising or lowering arousal. Now, there's lots of different pieces of equipment that can be used within a sensory room. So you've got things like bubble tubes or Borealis tubes. You've got infinity tunnels. You've got fidget objects. You can have different types of lighting. You can have different floor-based games or projectors that project games onto walls. And you can have like tactile boards with different fabrics and objects that people can touch and play with. Now, many individuals think that a sensory room is expensive to set up and takes up a lot of space. And it can be initially a little bit expensive or cost a bit of money to obtain some of the equipment. But as long as a suitable room is found, then it doesn't need to be too difficult to actually set up a sensory room. And a sensory room in some places can actually be a temporary sensory room that's set up for specific events or during specific times of the week. Now, many environments that I've been in have, like for instance, football grounds, have sensory rooms that overlook the pitch in one of the club's private boxes. But that isn't the case for all sensory rooms. Some sensory rooms don't overlook anything. They're just a room with no windows. And that's also absolutely fine. And sensory rooms have been built in many different environments. As I've mentioned, football grounds, they've been built in airports, even in some schools, or even in National Trust properties. So they can be utilised in loads and loads of different environments. And I've been in some sensory rooms. I've watched football matches in sensory rooms, and I've visited other sensory rooms in other places. And they really are very, very relaxing spaces. So that's just a little bit of information about sensory rooms.